Welcome to Iraqi Dinar News, your trusted place for real insights into Iraq's evolving financial system. As of the current date in the U.S., today's report carries serious weight. If you're holding Iraqi dinars, whether you're in Iraq or anywhere overseas, this new development may directly influence your financial strategy. We'll break everything down in simple language, step by step, so you know exactly what's changing and how it affects you. So, settle in, and let's go over what could be a pivotal moment for all dinar holders. Earlier today, the Central Bank of Iraq rolled out a fresh wave of regulations regarding how dinars can be used, moved, and exchanged, both inside the country and abroad. The official reasoning is to guard the national economy, restrain inflation, and stabilize the value of the dinar. While these goals may sound reasonable, the practical impact is already sparking questions. Will your ability to transfer or trade dinars be limited? The answer isn't black and white, but we'll make sure you understand what actions you might need to consider. A major point in the new policy is a strict cap on how much physical dinar can be carried across borders. Effective immediately, individuals leaving Iraq are permitted to carry only a small maximum amount in physical cash. Exceeding that limit requires a declaration at customs and may result in confiscation or financial penalties. According to officials, this measure is designed to fight illicit transfers and underground currency operations. But for ordinary people, like families who send money internationally, it adds a layer of uncertainty and stress. Then there's the shift to digital transactions. In recent years, many Iraqis, especially those living abroad, have used online banking tools to move dinars from one account to another. Under the latest mandate, large electronic transfers must be accompanied by documentation proving both the origin of the funds and the reason behind the transaction. The central bank claims this move will enforce legitimate banking practices, but for everyday users it introduces delays and increased scrutiny that could complicate routine transactions. Currency exchanges inside Iraq are also under new supervision. Financial service providers that convert dinars to dollars, euros, or other currencies will now require detailed documentation from customers. This includes ID verification and explanation of the purpose behind high-value exchanges. Exchange rates may be adjusted more frequently to block speculative trading or market manipulation. For those planning to study abroad, travel, or send financial support internationally, this means more paperwork and a narrower window to get the best value for your money. These changes are expected to hit small and mid-sized businesses especially hard. Many of these businesses operate with large amounts of cash or frequently convert dinars into foreign currency to pay overseas suppliers. Under the updated framework, such transfers will now demand additional records like business licenses, trade agreements, and tax filings. Iraqi authorities claim that this effort will promote transparency and root out fraud. However, many business owners are worried that this will slow their operations, limit their ability to strike fast deals, and scare off potential investors. For Iraqis living outside the country, especially in the United States, Canada, and Australia, the challenges may be even greater. Many have kept dinars for years, holding out hope for a revaluation. But now, bringing large sums of dinar into foreign banks will be far more complex. Authorities will be watching for ownership disclosures, source of fund documentation, and explanations for how and where the money will be used. While it may help prevent shady dealings, the average Iraqi abroad now faces more barriers to managing their own money. Back home, banks across Iraq have been instructed to begin random audits on accounts with significant dinar balances. If the money's origin isn't clear or if records are incomplete, accounts may be temporarily frozen. In some cases, customers may be asked to provide additional proof of income or business activity. This is a serious concern for people who've saved large amounts over time without keeping formal receipts or tracking deposit. If that's your situation or someone you know, now's the time to organize your financial documents and ensure everything can be accounted for. One more major change has to do with the property market. From now on, using large sums of physical dinar to purchase real estate will fall under tight oversight. Any property transaction that exceeds a specific threshold must be reported directly to the central bank. Payments must go through authorized banks or financial institutions. Hand-to-hand cash deals will no longer be permitted. This is intended to prevent real estate inflation and black market deals. While it could stabilize the market in the long run, many worry that it will slow down home buying, increase red tape, and add unexpected costs for both buyers and sellers. And that brings us to the bigger question: why now? Why is the Iraqi government clamping down so hard in 2025? Officials explain that with the economy gradually rebounding and oil revenues reaching more stable levels, this is the right time to clean up the financial system. They believe stricter laws will attract more foreign investment, support honest banking, and pave the way for a stronger Iraqi dinar on the global stage. But some experts argue that better public education and transition support should have come first, so citizens and small businesses wouldn't be left scrambling. So how can you protect your financial future in light of these new restrictions? First, make sure you're staying up to date with announcements directly from the Central Bank of Iraq or credible financial institutions. Rumors are everywhere, especially on social media, but trusting unofficial sources can lead to confusion or costly mistakes. Only rely on verified information. Second, prepare ahead of time if you're planning large transactions. Whether you're sending money abroad, making a property purchase, or exchanging currencies, gather all necessary documents in advance. Keep both digital and printed records of your income, salary slips, bank transfers, invoices, or business activity. Being organized can save you days or even weeks of processing delays when banks start enforcing these rules more strictly. And third, if your financial situation is complex or you're unsure what steps to take, speak with a licensed financial advisor. Getting professional input now could help you avoid serious problems later, especially once banks begin conducting detailed compliance reviews. Many institutions will begin issuing updated policies and checklists to their customers. If you're holding dinars in any amount, expect communication soon from your bank regarding what actions may be required to stay within the law. There's also a timeline to consider. Even though the central bank's announcement takes effect immediately, the rollout will happen in stages. Institutions and customers alike will be given a short adjustment period. During this phase, banks and exchange services will distribute updated procedures, forms, and deadlines for compliance. This gives you a brief opportunity to get everything in order before full enforcement begins. Acting now can prevent future account freezes, penalties, or delays in your financial activities. Now, let's address a question many of you are probably thinking about. Does this mean the long-awaited revaluation is closer or further away? The answer isn't simple. On one hand, these steps show that the Iraqi government is serious about cleaning up its financial practices and establishing better control, both of which are crucial for any meaningful revaluation. That's a strong positive sign. On the other hand, tighter restrictions may temporarily slow down some market activity, which could delay the short-term movement of the dinar. The most important thing right now is to remain cautious and avoid making big moves based purely on hope or speculation. There's also the emotional side of all this. When new money rules are introduced, especially suddenly, it can leave people feeling overwhelmed, frustrated, or even helpless. That's understandable. You're not alone if you're feeling anxious about what's happening. Thousands of dinar holders, both inside Iraq and across the globe, are working through the same uncertainty. But remember, panic often leads to poor decisions. Staying calm, informed, and proactive is the best way forward. If you're living abroad and regularly send money back to loved ones in Iraq, you'll want to prepare for additional documentation, longer transfer times, and more verification steps. This might include providing multiple forms of ID, income statements, and clarifying the reason for every transfer. To avoid issues, maintain open communication with your family and with the bank you use for transfers. Don't wait until a transfer is blocked. Start preparing now. Also keep in mind that whenever official systems become stricter, there's often a rise in illegal currency exchanges. These black market services may seem tempting, especially if they offer fast processing without documentation, but they are dangerous. You could be tricked with counterfeit notes, lose your money, or even face legal consequences. The government has already confirmed that enforcement teams are actively cracking down on unlicensed money exchangers. Protect yourself and your family by using only licensed, recognized financial institutions, no matter how urgent the situation feels. Cutting corners is not worth the risk. Despite all the complications, there is a silver lining. If these restrictions do their job, Iraq's financial system could become more stable, secure, and transparent. That would benefit everyone by improving trust in banks, attracting more international investment, and reducing inflation. In the long run, it could mean more job opportunities, better savings growth, and a stronger dinar that holds its value both locally and internationally. Daily life could become more affordable, especially for those struggling with high prices or lack of access to credit. Looking ahead, there's a chance these reforms could help young Iraqis build better futures, whether it's opening small businesses, buying homes, or investing in education. Of course, these benefits will take time. There are bound to be frustrations, delays, and adjustments. But real change is never instant. It's built step by step, with clarity, trust, and accountability. If Iraq stays the course, the country could be entering a period of long-term economic renewal. So, what should you do right now? First, avoid making major financial decisions based on rumors. Always confirm any information through official bank notices or legal experts. Second, gather and organize your financial documents. That includes income proof, ID copies, transfer receipts, and anything that can establish a clean paper trail. And third, spread the word to others in your community. A lot of people won't understand these changes until it's too late. Sharing accurate information could help your friends and family stay protected too. Before we wrap up, remember this. Change is always uncomfortable at first, but these policies, if applied correctly, could prevent Iraq from slipping into deeper financial trouble. They may protect people from fraud, help stabilize the economy, and eventually raise the standard of living. It won't be easy, but with strong leadership and widespread awareness, this could be the beginning of a stronger Iraq and a stronger dinar. Thank you for joining us today on Iraqi Dinar News. If you found this report valuable, please give it a like and consider subscribing. Turn on notifications so you never miss a major update, and let's hear your thoughts. How are you responding to these new restrictions? Are you optimistic, cautious, or frustrated? Share your experience in the comments. Let's keep this conversation going and support each other during this important turning point. Until next time, take care, stay informed, and protect your future.